Hi, Flosstube friends.
Hello.
I'm Connie.
And I'm Melina.
And we're
Count Twice, Stitch Once.
It is Saturday,
March 20th.
March 20th. And it is the first day of spring. Woohoo! We're
I didn't
having
realize that.
beautiful sunny weather today. And it was nice. My husband went golfing. So
It is pretty nice out.
we're having a good day. Not so gloomy. We had a bunch of rain. We had Lake Montague in our front yard.
Yeah, it was like icing not too long ago.
Yeah.
I think that was winter's last hurrah. Hopefully.
So hopefully it's done. It's gorgeous out today. Loving it. And I got a haircut.
This looks so good.
My first haircut since 2019. December 21st of 2019 was my last haircut.
That's crazy.
So I needed it badly. So I'm loving it. And I got my second COVID shot and didn't have any side effects other than a sore arm for 3 days, and that was it.
Nice.
Melina gets her first
The
one.
27th.
So, yay!
Yep, I got a spot. That's exciting.
Her husband's had his, both of his.
Yep.
My other daughter, Alyssa, and her husband both had theirs. So, we're going to go visit them at the end of this month, since they've got both of theirs, and we have both of ours.
Yay. And I get to see my in-laws in early April. They're coming because they have both of theirs. So
And we're like,
I'm the only one
"Yay!"
that's lagging behind out of the family, but I
Yeah.
think everybody's safe from me because I never go anywhere. So,
Yeah, so whatever. It's awesome. We're getting there, people. We're getting there. Hopefully it keeps going this way. And although I do know it's going up in several states because they did away with the mask mandate, so cases are climbing instead of receding. So
not great. I know my workplace was originally talking about re-entry in the summer, and that conversation has changed its tune already to not be the summer. So
yeah, I would.
it's unknown, but like
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to happen in the summer.
So we do have a vacation scheduled to Virginia Beach in the end of June and the first part of July for all of us, Melina and Mike and Melissa and David and Greg and myself. We're all going to be
So ready to
enjoying.
get out of Illinois. I don't even care if we just go stay in the rental house and don't leave that house. I don't care. It's just
Yep.
not going to be this house, and it won't be in a cornfield. So
Yeah.
it'll be great.
There was a friend that was on the Black Needle Society virtual stitch, and she said that they have fireworks display over the ocean. So if you go to the beach, and she's like, you have to get there real early to get a
I'm
spot
sure.
and all that. And I thought, well,
I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know if I want to be in a big, huge crowd of bunch of people, but
Yeah.
it's like, well, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
But we will be there over the 4th of July. So.
Yeah. In other sad personal news, look like I'm carrying a baby, but I'm not. It's my dog because she hurt herself and things aren't looking great. So I'm trying to give her a couple weeks to see if she gets better, but based on what the vet said, it's like a neurological spinal issue, and she's probably just going to keep getting worse. So I'm in the midst of making a really hard choice, but she can't walk, so she really gets to be carried around, and I ordered this dog pouch thing. Surprisingly enough, she's really not feeling good because she's letting me carry her around in
Yeah,
a bag,
she
and
likes
that
it.
is not how she is at all. So,
She's usually a crazed animal on the go.
so
It's like,
you can tell she doesn't feel great.
it's like a shark, always
right.
circling.
Even her just laying here right now is not how she typically would be acting.
No.
So
No, she would not.
yeah,
She'd be jumping around and trying to get out and barking.
because it's the the weather's starting to change, so she'd be getting all perked up because it's a new season.
Yeah, she would be.
Time for bunny chasing.
Yeah, bunny chasing, bird chasing, digging through the fence, whatever.
Anyway,
It's a crazy.
I don't want to dwell on the sadness, but it's gonna be kind of awkward a little bit because I gotta get this dog, keep this dog with me, because otherwise she tries to be near me and just is not. It's not good to let her flail around. So
Yeah. Well, I'll let you start with your March craziness.
well, I'm thinking since we filmed last time before March Madness started, in February I was working on mostly my Nora Corbett Letters from Mermaids K. So I finished that. I'm just going to show it because that's what I was working on. I just finished it today though because I ran out of 12 beads. I ran out of beads and Mom had to bring me some and I was like, I'm going to finish this before we film. And so I just got it done.
Isn't she gorgeous?
So
She's so pretty.
I won't say it's my best beading job ever, but she's done. It's done. Whatever.
I like her. She's pretty.
So I finished her today, but she was like pretty much done before
So
March
sparkly.
started. She
I mean,
just
you can't really
had
see
12
this.
beads missing.
There you can kind of see the sparkle on the tail and
Yeah,
stuff.
but she looks good. So
She's so
I used everything called for except for I changed the skin tone because all of these have the same peach
Yeah,
colored
very
skin.
pale.
So I thought it would be better if they all had a different variety of skin. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna just randomly
I like her.
pick colors that are
I think
different
she's
for all of them.
beautiful. Gorgeous.
Yep. So that one is a finish.
Yay.
And then I'm gonna stand up and get it.
Ring the bell.
We should get one. Ding ding da, ding. Then I think I showed this as a whip on our last video, and I finished it. Good grief. There we go. Finished that. Didn't take much.
Deck the halls
Sorry about the crinkling.
with holly.
So those were nice finishes
Yeah.
to attach out. And then at the very last minute, I decided I was gonna do March Madness. So this is my bracket. I decided to do, I'm not like a sports person and I've not really done brackets before. So I was like, I want to do more than just 8. So then I was like, I had to redo it a couple times. Because, you know, as you shrink, you need even numbers. So it took me a minute to get there, longer than it should have. But so my goal was really to work on a lot of my whips because I wasn't really sure what I wanted to work on, and then get stitches in my bigger projects. So I kind of laid out like my biggest ones and matched them up. So my first round goal is to get 100 stitches, and then the second round goal is 200, third round 300, fourth round 400, and then final 400, and then whoever win was supposed to be the rest of the month.
Right.
Well, I'm a behind because my dog and I wasn't really in the mood for stitching for a little while there. I lost out on a weekend, which is where I get a lot of mine done.
Right.
So, you know, is what it is. So my first matchup was Halloween Rules, which I have in my Judy bag that Mom got me. That's what,
Bags by Judy on Facebook.
isn't it like Project Bags and More or something?
Yeah, Judy's Project Bags and More, I think is what her
So if you
Facebook
haven't
group
seen
is.
that one, Halloween Rules, I mean, that one is, I'm doing this on Picture This Plus 32 count Meyer. And there's where I did a little extra stitching than 100 because I wanted to finish the tombstones and
Yeah, there you
the
go.
letters. So that one got 349 stitches in the first round.
Awesome.
Because I was on a roll. Like at first I was like, maybe I'll just stitch on them for one night. And then I was like, that was one night of work. And I was like, okay, I
So
probably
cute.
need to switch faster or I'm never going to get through these
Yeah,
projects.
that's true.
And then my next one, I didn't put any of these in order, was Dark Queen of the Sea. And she won her matchup. So I've already posted the second round and she lost that one. So there's where she is. Don't mind my threads hanging off of her. So I'm way behind on the stitch along, but she got 182 stitches in the first round and 209 in the second round. So I got the fish done and started on the next fish.
There you
And
go.
I switched out my fish, this darker color, for that's DMC Etoile.
Can't really tell in this.
And she's on Under the Sea Fabrics It's 32 count linen. I think it's called Bewitched. It's the one that they dyed for this.
Bewitched.
That she dyed for this, Leslie.
Yeah.
So love it. So pretty.
It is pretty.
Someday I'm gonna work on it, but I kind of like being behind because I'm getting to see all of the variations everybody is doing, and they're sharing their info.
Yeah.
So then I can
Right.
like change mine up to be what I like.
Yeah,
How I
exactly.
like it. So.
That's a good idea.
Oh god. And then my next one that I worked on in round 1 and round 2, because it won its matchup, is Crowns of the Kingdom by Rosewood Manor. And this is on a 32 count, some kind of purple witchel. I don't even know. It's like see-through fabric. I hate it, but
Yes.
I'm gonna keep going. So I did 122 stitches in the first round and 203 in the second round. I was working mostly down here. I got that crown in, and I did some of the gold that I was missing in some of these other parts. But I love this. It's so pretty, and it will look so pretty framed up, but it's
will.
a pain to stitch because I can't
this
carry
fabric.
anything.
Horrible.
And
yeah.
metallic threads aren't the easiest to start and stop, so I'm kind of like
No.
knotting it behind other stitches to try and, because I've noticed some of my earlier ones are popping out.
Yeah. That's
So-
not good.
Yeah, I'm trying to be careful now that I've realized it, but everybody loves it because it won, so it's going on to round 3.
Wow. Cool.
And it went up against Sunrise. This is going to be a giant mess. There's too many projects. Sunrise by Rosewood Manor. I thought I would pair up the Rosewood Manors, the giant Rosewood Manor projects.
Yeah.
And so I got 139 stitches, and they were all in this sun area.
It's so pretty. I love this fabric.
Yeah, that's on the called for. It's 32 count. Something by hand dyed by Stephanie. Let me look. Bridget.
Beautiful.
It's really pretty.
Gorgeous.
I love that project.
Me
but
too.
those Rosewood Manors, a lot of color changes. So sometimes I gotta take a break since I just finished that huge one. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not ready to move right into that one right now.
That's true. Did that one? It's
No, that one against Crowns, and Crowns
okay.
won. So the next one was my Mirabilia Princess Eliana, and I did 128 stitches in her, and she is on 32 count even weave. This way is the right way.
Yeah. I was like, okay, which way does she
She's
go?
on 32 count even weave from Craft. I think it's Crafty Kitten. It's called Citrus Burst, and those colors do not show up usually very. That looked actually pretty good to what the colors look like. They
That's
don't usually
really
show up very good when I'm trying to take pictures of it.
Very pretty. I love all those colors.
I love. So lately I've been super into working on DMC, like easier, I don't know. I'm just like all the hand-dyed stuff. When I was working on those projects, I was getting irritated.
Oh, the floss.
Yeah.
You mean? Yeah, because you have to keep doing it one by one or
I mess around with it all the time.
see which way you like it to go. I know, it is kind of a pain.
Okay, so that one went up against Long Dog Samplers, the Cherries, if you want to speak in English. I don't say French very well, so I'm giving that a pause.
I would try, but I wouldn't say it right either.
And so I got 130 stitches in this one in the first round. It won against Princess Eliana and went on to the second round, and that I was working on that when the dog got injured, and so I kept working on it. That one got 551 stitches in it for round
Wow.
2. But I ran out of Anchor Black, so I had to move on to filling some of the colors in.
I have some Anchor Black. I should have brought you some.
That's okay. I'm going to order like 4 more skeins. I clearly underestimated the amount of floss it was going to take.
Well, yeah, it's a lot of black.
But I've been liking stitching on it, especially doing the outline first, because you don't have to change color. You don't have to think about it, right? You just get a huge length of black and go.
Right.
And I've been going like down and back, and so it's just
Yeah.
seems like it goes fast.
Yeah, way better.
Okay. Do you want to share some of yours, or do you want me to keep going?
Okay, I can share some of mine. Okay, my whips. this was a whip that I started. The Pattern Queens, Laura and Keisha,
I can't believe she's doing it.
they started their long dogs that they're having a stitch along for in. Well, I don't know. Is it a stitch along, or they just started them? I don't know.
It maybe
Anyway,
is like a start along.
they're they're doing different long dogs, and all through the year, and doing 1,000 stitches a month in them.
I'd say that's a stitch along.
So I figured, I'll join in and do my long dog. This is the only long dog that I have. All things 2. So, or, whatever it is. I don't know, 11, something.
2. It's 2, because the other one is 1.
So anyway, this is as far as I got. I am not doing that outside border. I'm just doing the inside border. So this is as far as I got. And I changed all the colors because the colors, when I pulled them, were very... I just didn't like them.
Muted more.
No, they were like purple,
Oh,
like this color of purple,
like light purple.
and like this teal color.
I have a hard time with her cover pictures because they're just like the digital mock-ups. They're not stitching sometimes. So sometimes I never feel like they look as good if we see them stitched.
Right.
You're like, whew.
But
And
this yellow, it was supposed to be yellow,
oh, and you did sparkly.
and I did Krennic.
Let me see if we can get that flashing on there. I don't know if you can kind of see that it's
Yeah,
sparkly.
so I put Krennic, and then I did a darker teal. And then I was looking at some of the colors, like this goat that's right here. It's like this mustard yellow color.
And you're stitching this on 40 count.
40 count, yeah.
Soft Porcelain by Luminous Fiber Arts.
Yep. So that was my 1,000, well, it's actually over 1,000 stitches for the month of March.
I'm going to run because I think my other project, my next one is in my craft room.
Okay,
I'm gonna
I'll
grab
show
it real
another
quick.
one then. And then I started working on Spell of the Moon. It was a whip. It's still a whip by Blackbird. Spell of the Moon. And I ran out of black coffee by Classic Colorworks. So, yeah. I'm at a standstill on this until I get my black coffee, which I've ordered. They didn't have it at 123 Stitch, was not available, so I ordered it from String Theory Needle Arts, and also a couple of Krennics that I need for another project. And she said that she had to order the Krennics, so she's waiting until she gets those in before she sends me the black coffee, which is fine because I have plenty of other things to work on. So here's my waiting for the black coffee. I got everything else finished, and this is on .28 count Picture This Plus Cauldron, and I really like the way I positioned it so this red streak looked like it was coming out of the chimney. So I don't have a whole lot more to go, but enough. I finished the owl, finished the tree, finished the border. So as soon as I get my black coffee, I can finish that guy up. And then my other whip that I started working on was Halloween Chronicles by Cherished Stitches. And this was a kit that I got at Inspired Needle, and Melina got one, and my sister got one. We all got one. I think Melina's finished hers, and I think my sister finished hers.
No,
but
mine's not done.
this is as far as I've got on that. It's getting there. I started working on my initials, so I have to finish my initials and then finish this plant.
That's where I'm at.
Cool. So That shouldn't take me too much longer. And this is on whatever was included in the kit.
I don't know what it said. I think I looked for it one time and I could never find what fabric it said on there.
32 count over dyed linen.
Yeah, so, mystery fabric.
So there you go. So my plan is to finish that one up in the next couple of days. So I can at least have a finished thing. Okay, you can go again.
Okay, my next one is Long Dog Samplers, the Black House. And I'm stitching this on 46 count linen. It's just white. Oh, it goes this way. No, I think that's wrong. I don't know. Whatever. It's either that way or that way. One of the two.
It goes one of those ways.
I think that's upside down now that I'm looking at it.
What I did on some of my things was I stitched a little stitch at the top, so
Good idea.
I knew which way my thing was supposed to
So
go.
that one I got 106 stitches in it. That one. It's because he's so little.
So cute.
Okay, and then that went up against, this one's a pain in the butt. I don't have a cover picture because I didn't print one. That one went up against Old World Floral, that's partially the picture. And I did, in the first round I did 140 stitches on that, and all of my stitches I've done have been in this peach colored flower.
It's so pretty.
That one won, and so for round 2 I did 232 stitches.
It's gorgeous.
I love that, but man, like, talk about confetti, and it's gonna be a
yeah.
pain in the butt to do all those flowers.
Yeah, it's so pretty. I love it.
So that one I need to post, so look for that later today. If you want to vote on Instagram, my name is Melina Stitcher, and you can vote between the Cherries Long Dog or that Old World Floral. That's the next matchup.
Put those together.
And then for my next one, came up Plum Pudding by Glendon Place. I got this when we were at the Show Me retreat. And on this one I have this skull needle minder with its face facing the way a face goes, so I know which way is up, because
There you go.
this is a symmetrical pattern.
And it's sparkly.
Yeah, it's just, I think it's just white opalescent with 32
It's
count.
pretty. It's gonna be gorgeous.
So that one I got in 153 stitches, but it lost.
Bummer.
Then it went up against Sunrise Laguna Mermaid by Nora Corbett. She won, so I've done 126 stitches in the first round and 211 in the second round on her.
Good.
Needles flopping around. Oh, a mess. Oh, that's upside down. There, she goes that way. That's her tail.
She does. Ooh, that's tail. That's pretty. I like those colors.
Yes. Alright, I'm gonna stand. Just not into it laying when I'm sitting. Whew. I have respect for any mamas who carry their babies, because man, I'm about to die. Alright, and next up is Birds of a Feather, Remember Me. This is on a piece of Kitten Stitcher fabric. I think it is like, I think it's Dust Bunny, but I'm not 100% sure. It might be Dolly at the Dump. It's one of those two. That's where I'm at. I did 154 stitches on it, but it didn't win.
Huh. I probably voted for it.
So it
All
calls
the ones I was voting for were losing. I was like,
it calls for
oh.
all overdyes, but I'm kind of like doing whatever, so I don't know. So I'm making all my own colors for that. I can post them once it's done if people are interested. Then that one went up against Pretty Little Hawaii, and that one I don't have a cover picture for. It's on my iPad because it's a digital chart, but it's Satsuma Street, Pretty Little Hawaii if you're interested in seeing it. And I'm stitching this on 40 count opalescent. That's where I'm at. I did 105 stitches in the first round and 228 in the second round on that one.
Awesome.
Then Playing with Jacks by the Cricket Collection was next, and I'm doing the alternate pumpkin in the middle instead of the one with the face. Can you stop leaning out? And so I might have to show that. Those colors at the bottom kind of blend into the fabric.
Is that right? Or go
It's
the other
upside
way?
down. So I did 104 and then 258 stitches on that, and I did all in the bottom border because the colors are boring, so I wanted to get it done.
There you go. It's pretty.
That's on 40 count Lakeside Linens. I'm not really sure what color though. I think it's vintage exemplar.
Pretty.
Alright, we're almost done. Then that one went up against Happy Halloween hats. Well, that's not what it's called, but that's what I wrote. It's called Happy Halloween. And this is on 28 count, called for. It's picture this plus something. Picture this plus ancient. And I made a change because the hats are called to do with one strand of Petite Treasure Braid, and that looks ridiculous. So I'm doing one strand of Petite Treasure Braid with one strand of DMC Etoile on all the black on the hats, and I think that looks good. It's a pain, but it looks way better. Because that went in timeout for like a long time. Because I got that the first time we went to Galleria.
Yeah.
And then I got mad at it and put it away because I was like, looks stupid. But now I like it again because it looks better.
Good job.
And my last matchup was With Thy Needle and Thread, Merry Christmas. Where's the picture? Here it is. This is the one.
How many hoes did you get done?
I only have one hoe done. I thought I had two, but now I have hoe and a part of an H.
One hoe.
Only one hoe. But it lost. Wah, wah, wah. And because it went up against, I think Beth sent me a message when I posted this, like, this isn't even a fair. Because it went up against the Frogworks Year 1 band sampler, which I had the frog part of, so the progress doesn't look as good as it should, but that's where I'm at on that.
But it really got a lot of progress because you had to frog the whole owl.
Not the whole owl, just like the top half of the white, but still. This is on 32 count Ice Cappuccino from R&R Reproductions.
Very pretty.
That's a really long skinny piece of fabric.
Wee. It is a long skinny piece of fabric.
So I figured I might be able to get a couple of years of it on that one if I want.
Good.
I think I'm going to do mine as drum finishes, so.
Are you?
Yeah. Alright.
Whew. With her chocolate frog and needle minder.
Holy
So
majoli.
cute.
That is all of my March
Dang.
Madness so far. I'm really on to round 3. I just am behind in posting because of the dog. I was not into it for a little while, so
Yeah.
I got behind.
That. I dropped some on the
That's
floor.
okay. Do you have any more whips?
Nope. That was all my whips that I worked on. Because I started a few things, but I finished those things, so.
My only other whip is this Dimensions Jingle Bell Ornaments kit that I bought when I first started stitching. This is the bird one. Pretty. I do a lot of conference calling,
Yeah.
so these are nice. I like this because I can cut it small and it's not a lot of crap to manage. So that one I finished from this same kit. I might as well just show it.
Yeah, might as well.
I finished that piece one.
Cute.
So these are easy for me to focus on
Yep.
during calls for some reason. So
I can see
I
it.
can listen, I can talk and participate, but I don't get distracted, which is what I need
Right.
because otherwise I'm like, let me read an email. And if I start reading something, I'm not listening.
Okay, we'll move on to
Your finishes.
finishes. I have a lot. Okay, one of my finishes was, Alex is fully finished stuff. I'll just show them all together.
Show it.
This is my fully finished Merry Christmas that Melina gave me after she did it, so I have a different bead. It's a Mill Hill kit. So basically I just glued felt on the back and then made a bead hang for it.
That one was a nice and easy one.
Yeah, I liked that. Then I FFO'd this Satsuma Street Nevermore. And basically I just made a cording and glued felt on the back. That was my finish.
Nice.
Easy. I like those finishes.
Yep.
Then I FFO'd this little tiny Santa head finish. And I actually had the box that they show that on. So it's the finish. There's the little box. And there's the little head in the little box.
Cute.
The only problem is that it has a lip where this is supposed to fit, but it's so thick with the fabric that it doesn't really
As long as you don't.
fit. It just kind of sets on top. So. Oh, this was a thing that I actually started and finished in February, I think. I might have finished it in March. I can't remember, but Heart of Hearts by Bent Creek. And they actually sent me this free. I did not do it on the fabric. I didn't use any of the fabric or the floss that came in the kit because I wanted to do it on different fabric. So I have
So
a little
cute.
piece of this opalescent, so I did
Is
it.
it
And
mystery fabric?
I probably have the name of it somewhere, but I don't remember. So I did.
And you did it
Oh,
over
that's
one.
the back.
You did it over one, right?
That's the
I was
back.
thinking your back looks really good, but it was the front. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, the back looks really good if you're looking at the front. There's the front. And I had the little button and all that stuff. So. And I put little beads. That was supposed to be French knots, I think. But I put little beads in there instead of the French knots. Or it was just a stitch, I don't remember. But I thought it looked cute with the beads.
I do. I like it.
So fun. Got that one done. Oh yeah, my Spirit of Giving Angel. I FFO'd her. She is done. And these are on there with Velcro. And this one I glued on there. So that one was fun. Then let's see. I just recently finished the Satsuma Street Vampire. So there's my finish of the Vampire. So cute. Now they showed different color sequins for the eyes, but I like the yellowy sequin for the eyes.
Yeah. Looks good.
And then I got a red sequin of my own and put it for his. They used the yellow for that, but I looked better with red, so I finished. Not a FFO. And then, let's see. Oh yeah, I finished these, but they're not fully finished yet.
One of these days.
But these, I've got them cut out and ironed into their little
They're star shapes.
star shapes that are, I don't know.
She's very nervous about this.
I am. There's one for me and one for Laura of the Pattern Queens because she had that. Huh? Oh yeah, she had this chart, and then she said, "Oh, I just need to find somebody to stitch it." So I told her I would stitch it for her. So there's my cording I made for him. So I got everything ready, but just I got around to
Doing it.
fully finished. Then I also finished, I did not bring the chart with me, so I also finished house number
Something.
6, I think, or 4, I don't know. It's one of those. From my Halloween Haunting We Will Go booklet, and then it glows in the dark, so all the ghosties and the moon on that one, and the pumpkins, and
Yeah, the moon looks cool even
spider webs.
in the regular light, so I bet it looks really good when it glows in
And
person.
then I finished this little witch's brew, also from that same kit. And house number 3, I think that one is. So I have 2 more houses to go and a graveyard scene,
That's pretty good.
and then I'll be done.
For
So,
somebody who said, I hate stitching houses.
yeah, bunch of houses. So I put all those into my mania plans. I figured, hey, that's a good thing to put for my mania. So then I showed this the last time, I think, on our Flosstube, but I got this Stitch Ly, little box of goodies. It came with like all the hoops and scissors and needle threader and sword needles.
Those are huge.
They were huge. Which I quickly said no thank you to those needles because they're way too big. But I finished the rainbow, and it was actually printed, so then you had to wash it so all the printing of it will come off. So I had fun watching all the stuff come off of it. So that was the rainbow, and then I finished the giraffes that were in there. Here's looking at you, kid. And I finished the parrots. You talking to me. These are great if you have a beginning cross stitcher. They have very good instructions, and it comes with all the stuff that you need. So I recommend this if you have a beginner stitcher. I'm not a beginner stitcher, so then I finally said I've had enough of these, so I didn't finish all the charts in the kit. Comes with all the floss already bobbinated. I mean, everything's there, but I was done. And then I brought this finish because I was going to FFO it, which I didn't. But Lori from Once Upon a Cross Stitch showed that she had this chart, and I said, oh, I finished that mitten. So she was like, oh, can you show it on your next Flosstube, because she wanted to see it. And I said, sure. So Lori, sorry I didn't fully finish it, but I do have some helpful tips for you when you go to finish it. It has an actual pattern in here that you're supposed to use to trace your mitten on. I said that is not going to work, so I just measured a 1/4 inch out and drew on my fabric with pencil, and then traced around it, and then cut it out, and then you put fray check all around the edges, and then it goes on. You have to stitch it onto felt, Well, you don't have to, but that's how I'm going to finish mine, is how it looked in the picture. So what I actually did, if you can line it up, it pretty much lines up perfect. I just put the mitten down on the piece of felt and then measured a 1/4 inch all the way around and then cut it out, because that worked much better than I felt like it was going to work out if I would have done it from their pattern. This was not going to, it wasn't going to be even like that, so I didn't like it. So I just did it myself. So that's my helpful hint. Measure it yourself and don't go off of their pattern. But
It's gonna
that,
look really cute.
as far as I got.
I like the felt color you picked.
Yeah, so I picked this felt from a local fabric store we have called the Treadle. She has tons of felt, so mine is kind of modelly, black and red, and I liked that with it. So I still need to work on that and do all the buttonhole stitch around the whole thing. Someday I'll get that done. But that makes me nervous. Need to practice my buttonhole stitching. So I didn't do it. So that's all of my finishes and whips and FFOs.
I have a partial FFO. No, it's not all your FFOs. You're missing one. The one that's my partial one.
Oh, I forgot.
Oops.
Okay, well, it was finished, and now I have to re-glue stuff because I guess I knocked it off coming over here, but I had this little sand dollar glued onto there, and it fell off, and I had this shell glued up here, and
it looks super cute with that shell up there.
fell off, so I'll have to glue that up again when I get home. And then Melanie didn't get hers all the way, but I got mine all the way down.
It was taking a lot longer than we thought.
Yes,
So
it did.
we were gonna do it all in one day, but that didn't happen. And then I never got back over there. So Mom finished hers and then brought me my partially finished
Yeah,
one.
and it was a pain in the butt because I stitched all of these pearls on there with invisible thread, and that took
They
me.
look good though.
Took forever. So anyway, she is finished, ready for the summer when I can display her.
I'm gonna finish mine. at some
Once
point.
I have to go home and re-glue some things on there, then it will be for sure FFO.
That was my partial, and Mom brought me all the shells, so
I brought her
finish
some
mine.
shells because these were shells, mainly shells that I found on beaches that we went to, except for the little starfish and that sand dollar. But I think most all the other shells were shells that I found when I was on the trips. So I liked that. Yep. Okay, that for sure is all of my stuff.
Purchases?
Purchases. I got some Mill Hill beads that are green that I need to go with some stuff Melina gave me. I got these patriotic scissors to go with my patriotic scissor fob. Scissor finder is what they call it. But I thought those would be really cute.
Yeah.
So I got those. And of course, I had to get some purple scissors because I love purple. So there you go. Purple scissors. Then I got some acrylic ribbon for one of my Mania starts to be. And a bunch of colors that I needed. I don't know. Bunch of colors.
Flosses.
Floss. And I also bought some DMC floss, but I didn't bring that. You've seen DMC. So. And I got this green perforated paper because that wreath that you gave me was stitched on this color, so I just ordered that. So I have it. And then this, I got this Vintage Country Mocha 36 count because I have this Halloween little witch scissor keeper and needle book, and
Ooh, is that one you got at Inspired Needle?
what's that little Rebecca the witch that has a bead head and all that. I think I did get that.
I think you did. I think I found it and showed it to you.
Yeah, and so then, so this is the fabric that it goes on, and so I bought some of that because that's going to be one of my Mania starts also, so I got all that stuff to go with my Mania starts.
I bought some stuff too.
Woohoo!
So I whapped myself in the face. These 2 project bags from Green Cottage Quilts because I wanted to see. I just wanted some of these kind of project bags.
These are pretty.
I've been wanting to make some, so I thought maybe I should order some and like see if I like them before I commit to trying to like make any on my own. Cause yeah, so I really like them. They're well made. They're cute.
Oh, cute.
I haven't used them yet. I've been waiting to show them. So
Green Cottage.
that's on Etsy.
They're pretty.
Yeah.
I like those.
Yep. So I really like those. And then, because I've been into stitching these ornaments, I found these ones, so I ordered these kits.
I like these little
Those mason jar ones
Those are
from
really cute.
Dimensions, and then these holiday truck ornaments from Dimensions, which I really love how the trucks are plaid and the van is plaid.
Those are cute. I like them because
So-
they're different than those
Yeah.
little red trucks.
Yeah. And I liked how it had, like, they have, I don't know. I just thought they were really cute. So I was like doing a deep dive search for plastic canvas kits, and a lot of them are not my favorite, but these 2, the 2 I already have that I finished them, and these 2 are like, okay, I'm good. These will take me a while anyway. It's not like, those are full coverage and they're not small, so.
Right.
And then from XJU or XJU, I don't know how you're supposed to really say it, design on Etsy, I ordered some 46 count fabrics because I wanted to do Pandemic by Long Dog on one of these, and it's huge, so I thought maybe it would be smaller if I did on 46 count. And so I ordered these 2. This one is Rocky Mountain. It's white with some very light gray modeling. I really like it. It's nice and simple.
Big.
Yeah, it's like a big piece. I mean, I could probably fit a ton of projects on there, really. 'Cause
That's
it's 46
pretty.
count. But, yeah. And then I also ordered another 46 count in Dark Mountain because of, again, I wasn't sure which
Ew.
one I was going to like.
I don't know about 46 count.
Oh, I'm stitching that other Long Dog on 46 count already. I haven't had problems yet. And so this is the Rocky Mountain one.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty too.
So I had the idea of doing Pandemic on this, and then there's one that's called the New Normal, and I thought maybe do it on this because like it's this kind of more dark and it's maybe, I don't know, we'll see. And she sent a free sample of this blue color that's, I think is called Old Blue. It's so tiny, but I'm like, it's 46 count. You don't need a huge piece for a sample. So I'm like, I'll have to find like an ornament to stitch on
Yeah,
here.
this would be really cute for some ornaments.
But I really love this. This is the first time I've ordered from her. And I really
I
like
could
the
probably
colors
stitch
are
on
good.
that with my
Yeah,
magnification.
you could. It's really not that much different than 40 count. So that was, I think, all my haul.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, plans. My plan is to work on this today. It's a new start because Laura from the Pattern Queens is having a spring start. So our Friday night stitching group voted, and actually they had a tie.
And she picked the one I didn't pick. I'm bitter.
So I picked this one from the tie. So Lizzie Kate Spring, and I'm putting it on this Mercedes 28 count Lugana Picture This Plus because I have all of these houses. This one is the summer house, which I've already started. And I have my big start on this one.
Ashley likes to tell the only reason that's even started is because I needed something with pink. And she was going to let me stitch on that for her, but then I found my own project that had pink.
So, yeah, my big start. So, this I'm going to put, and I don't know what I started up there. But I'm going to have to take that out. And then I'm going to put that on the other end.
Beautiful.
But I already have a little frame that I bought. I don't know where I got it. Either, I think at Michael's. Could have been
I feel like it was Michael's.
I feel like it was
I think
Michael's.
you said Michael's when I saw it.
It could have been Hobby Lobby, but I don't shop at Hobby Lobby anymore, but I think it was at Michael's. Anyway, it's a metal frame, and it will fit these. If I do them on 28 count, it will fit right in that little frame. Because they're only 4.5 by, not very big. 4.5 by 5.5.
Oh, cute.
So I thought if I put them in that little frame, and then I can.
I do like the trees on that one.
Yeah, I like
They're
the trees.
cute.
Only I don't have guacamole for the grass. I have all the other colors,
I can look and see if I
but I have
it.
no guacamole.
No guacamole?
No guacamole!
That doesn't seem right.
I know it doesn't. So I'm gonna work on that today before my spring start, and then I'm going to finish up my Halloween Chronicles. And then when April 1st comes, which is my birthday, I need to get 1,000 more stitches in my long dog for the month of April.
Oh, you know what? When they started, I did stitch on I stitched on one of my long dogs that day when they started. I know I didn't get 1,000 stitches, but I did stitch on it the day they were starting theirs, so I participated, but I forgot to post about it.
So that's my plans, and then I'm just trying to finish up whips as I go, so I don't have a bunch of whips going into Stitch Mania, because I do plan on doing Stitch Mania and doing 21 starts for the year 2021, and then hopefully I can do that. That's my plan, Stan.
Nice. I was gonna say, I watched some Flosstubes. I've been watching people.
I watched some Flosstubes. I don't know that I watched any new people.
I watched one of the new people that you watched, which was Jillian, which is the crafty classicist. And I also watched Felicity and Chloe, who are combining. So that was cool. But I mean, I watched them. But
they're on Flissy Fish Cross Stitch, and they're in Australia. And the crafty classicist is Jillian. She's doing a really neat Greek mythology kind of thing. It's really neat.
And then I watched Anastasia and Nico, who I know you watched, but I watched some of like 3 or maybe 3 of her first videos, so I haven't watched any of her updated ones, but her old ones where she was showing all of the stuff that she's done, which was cool. I liked watching those. And then I watched Cassie Joe Stitches. I'm trying to find.
Yeah.
It's been a minute. Yeah, Cassie Joe Stitches. Cassy. I'm having problems with my brain. Yeah, so I watched a bunch of hers, but I didn't, I'm not up to date, but I got through, up to number 14. She didn't have a ton, so, and they were not super long, so I was like, I'll just start from the beginning. Yeah, but I've been watching, I have a couple other new people I want to watch, but I just haven't got there. I'm just watching whatever, on my list comes up that I click on, and
I got to watch a lot the other day because I'm making some stuff for
some other stuff.
And so I had a lot of those to do, so I had my computer and was watching Flosstube while I was making those things, and so I got a few watched. my husband was down in the basement. He's putting a bathroom down there, and he's blasting his radio. So I was like, turn your radio down. I'm trying to watch some Flosstube.
You need to get some wireless headphones
Yeah.
and put on those big ones that are noise blocking.
So, and I wanted to shout out a couple of people. I know Sarah King, Our Stitching Kingdom, and
Oh, I did watch hers too, because she shouted us out.
Yeah.
And she's doing that shout outs for
Under
channels
a
with under
1,000.
1,000, which I
Yeah.
thought was a really cool idea.
so I'm shouting her out because she is a channel that has under 1,000, and she is in a lot of groups of doing.
She does so much.
She does a lot of stuff. So I mean,
I'm impressed with people who can be in all those things and be organized
Yes.
enough to like know what they're doing for me.
know.
Because when I was doing the Harry Potter thing in Magical Stitches, when I was like always like, what the heck am I going to
and
stitch
she
on for
does
this?
she does like big huge projects and all this. So go give her a watch. And who else was I gonna shout out for the under 1,000? Three Trails Stitchers, which are Carrie, Sarah, and Whitney, and they are in Missouri. They stitch on a lot of cool stuff, and then they're doing a thing where they pick a designer from Etsy every month that they're going to feature, and then they all do a stitch along of one of, some pattern that they pick out from the Etsy shop. And then if you want to follow along with them, you can, purchase a chart from that Etsy place, and then they have a hashtag and all that. So they're doing that every month. And then, well, the Crafty Classes says she has under 1,000, so.
Yeah, there you go. We did it.
And then there's 3 people, so.
I know. I was like, I should do that. And like, I would need to be way more organized than Eliana and actually like write stuff down while I'm watching it. But I never even get that far.
So we'll save the rest for another day. But I do watch a lot of people that have under 1,000 subscribers. So
Yeah, I've been looking for some new faces to mix it up because I seem like I always watch the same
yeah, me too.
stuff, and I'm like,
I do,
you need to
but-
spread it out because there's so many people. You
There's
never can
so
keep
many
up, but
people.
I figured if I could watch one here or there from other people, it would be cool.
Okay, so the last thing we have is
Wait, I also want to point out that my sister and her husband bought these pictures up here for me and my husband for Christmas, and are they not the best freaking things you've ever seen? Now, I don't know about how he hung them, because I was like, do you think we have a third dog? But that's fine. We have, oh, he's going to kill me. I'm going to get this framed and put it up there as a surprise for him. It's over there, hold on. Yes. I was going to get it framed and put it up in between them. I thought it would be hilarious.
that would be hilarious.
Anyway, I just had to share, since we don't usually film here. I'm in love with those.
That's
I look
funny.
at them all the time.
That's hysterical. Okay, the last thing we have is the giveaway for my scissor fob that I made with all the funky cats. And ravens and whatnot.
They don't want to face the right way when you try to show it.
Of course. But it's a crazy one, so
It's so cute.
there you go. So I have everybody's name on with a little sheet that entered the giveaway.
You want me to draw or you want to draw?
You can draw.
Stir it up.
Stir it up.
And Cindy Lown run that.
Ah! Cindy Lown, my friend Cindy. Oh, I forgot to show that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she won. So congratulations, Cindy. My friend Cindy, she gave me all these that someone sent her. Had all these that came from a thrift store, but they're all
Kits.
kits for Christmas.
They all have all the stuff. I'm watching them as they go. Oh, this one has, it's finished in there.
Is it?
Doesn't have this. Well, it's not totally finished. Just needs backstitch.
Wow, I should do that one.
Yeah, you should
And
probably
then-
just finish it.
You can, we're gonna have these for future giveaways. So watch for those on the future.
Do we want to do one right now?
Should we?
Yeah, just pick one.
Which one do you want? We'll do this little angel. This little angel. So if you want this little angel kit, just say angel in your comments.
And next time we might be sophisticated and do a website comment picker instead of our old school cut it out and pull it out of a thing.
Whatever, it works. But we are, this one can be to anybody, and I will send it even.
You can send it in a regular envelope probably.
Yeah, because I can put it in a regular envelope and it will be fine. So if you want this and you live in some other country other than the United States, you can enter to win.
But please be a subscriber. Please don't say giveaway or win or any of that
yeah,
stuff.
don't say any of that. Just
Be
comment
18,
angel.
So we can give you your address.
So yes, we
or
need your
parents'
address.
permission.
So yeah.
Yay! Stitching.
My glue glob.
Don't look at it.
So anyway, that I think is all.
I'm done.
I'm done. All right. Happy stitching, everybody, and we'll see you again sometime. It will probably be in April.
Probably late April.
And then Melina, I will have a birthday. Melina will have a birthday in April. So we'll both be birthdayed.
Yay!
Bye.